How's it going? It is all the news all the time, and my name is Adam, and it's really nice of you to be here. I'd just like to say thank you for everyone watching the videos. It's really great. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video. That'd be fantastic. So we've got some interesting news today. It's coming from Giant Freaking Robots, that website. And it's saying Sleepy Hollow 2, Tim Burton wants to make a sequel with Johnny Depp. I mean, things couldn't be going better. Yesterday we just heard from Disney and from Inside the Magic that Pirates of the Caribbean 6 may well be on the cards, with a TV series on the cards as well. And now today, 14 hours ago in fact, we have a report saying that Sleepy Hollow 2 could be in the works. I mean, it couldn't be better. I'm loving life. So what do we got? We got Ichabod Crane, I love that name, may have one adventure left in him, they're saying, according to our trusted and proven sources. Filmmaker Tim Burton, good words, wants to make Sleepy Hollow 2, and he wants the controversial, no he's not, we want Johnny Depp back in the lead role. But there's no word on whether he wants Christina Ricci back in the role of Katrina von Tassel. But considering her involvement in the Project Wednesday, it wouldn't be a surprise, and Tim Burton is working obviously on that project at the moment, or he's just finished it. So a lot of close associations between Christina Ricci, Johnny Depp, Tim Burton, and the whole thing can go together. Of course, wanting a thing and getting a thing are two very different animals, yeah, I know that, and it isn't too difficult to identify some hurdles right away. Chief among the challenges Burton will face in making Sleepy Hollow 2 with Johnny Depp or anyone else is the fact that Paramount is already looking to reboot the story with Lindsay Beer writing and directing the film. Our sources report this could be an indication either that Burton is looking to muscle Beer out and himself in, or some other development has slammed the brakes on the Paramount reboot. In many ways this is good though. It means that Paramount are already looking to make this film, and they already have a writer and director in place. So there's already movement, there must be money, there must have been meetings, there must have been organizational structures put in place. So it's very strong indication that this is going ahead. And if we can pull in Tim Burton, Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, I mean, what can go wrong? It could be fantastic. So this I like, the fact that already there's a lot happening about it, and we've got a director, we've got a writer, Paramount's already must have put money forward. All of this is great news in many ways. Of course, you may be thinking that the source material, I wasn't thinking this, but okay, Washington Irving's 1820 short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, has long since slipped into public domain, meaning that even though Burton made the 1999 Sleepy Hollow with Paramount, he could make yet another one with Johnny Depp at any studio he wanted. Yeah, that's the thing about copyright, it expires after some period of time. There's a lot of controversy saying that the copyright is too long on many things. I have a feeling that it should last for the lifetime of the author. And after the death of the author, copyright should enter the public domain so that everyone can use it. There has to be a balance between the rights of the person who created the item and the rights of society at large to develop that product and further things from it. So these contrasting needs have to be balanced, but there's been a lot of pressure from financial institutions that make money from holding copyright, and they try to extend the length of copyright further and further and further so they can keep making money on it. That's a question for another day. I think I got sidetracked on that, but yeah, quite interesting. Let's have a little look. Even though the source material may be public domain, in the 1999 film isn't, just like even though the mythological figure Thor, of Norse mythology, can be turned into a character by anyone, using the Marvel version of Thor is a different story. Yeah, so the question would be, which is a Marvel version of Thor and what's the mythological version of Thor? Yeah, interesting. So in order to make a direct sequel to the 1999 Sleepy Hollow, Burton would need either to make it through Paramount or with their blessing, and he's unlikely to get the latter if they're planning their own Sleepy Hollow project. So I think he needs to take over rather than try and use a different studio and use a different Sleepy Hollow version, if that makes sense. I like these glasses. I mean, his eyesight must be significantly weaker in this side. The other most obvious hurdle in making Sleepy Hollow 2 with Johnny Depp is coming up with some kind of story. I think that's the least of our problems. I'm sure you can come up with a story. The first film ends with Crane breaking the curse, yes he did, that kept the Headless Horseman, Christopher Walken, I'm walking here, come on, I'm walking, doing the bidding of Lady Mary Van Tassel, Miranda Richardson, who he drags with him as he returns to hell. Oh yeah, I remember the finish. With the issue of the Horseman resolved, what is there for Ichabod Crane to do? Can come up with something that he can do. What are they saying here? They're saying perhaps the most likely possibility is that Sleepy Hollow 2 wouldn't actually find Johnny Depp's character in Sleepy Hollow. Oh, controversy. A fanatical crusader of science in the beginning of the first film who ends the story with a greater acceptance of the supernatural. Oh yeah, you can just tie these two things together. Science and supernatural. Maybe he could solve the curse of the mummy. Maybe he could solve the curse of Frankenstein's monster. There's so many things that could be done. And cool, come to me, I'll write something. I'll knock something up for you. And he's a fanatical crusader of science. So he returns to New York City in time to ring in a new century. There you go. It could be that Sleepy Hollow 2 would see Crane remain in the big city investigating a new supernatural threat there, like the early 19th century Fox Mulder. So the X-Files, but Ichabod Crane. That would be really nice, actually, yeah. I can see sort of a TV series, the Ichabod Crane Files. Each week a new mysterious, spooky adventure. And, and should Tim Burton succeed in getting Sleepy Hollows 2 greenlit, along with roping in Johnny Depp, sadly much of the cast will be absent, sadly. Richard Griffiths, Michael Gough and Christopher Lee have all since passed away, yes, and Michael Gambon is dealing with serious health issues, including memory loss. I'm sure we can find some new characters we can pull in to this crazy adventure. And a TV series, Ichabod Crane, the TV series, I think you can't keep calling it Sleepy Hollow if it's not based in Sleepy Hollow, though. Sleepy Hollow 2. So let me know your thoughts. Would you be watching a TV series with Johnny Depp as the fearless scientific adventurer and investigator? I'm thinking Sherlock Holmes meets the Scooby Gang sort of thing. I like the idea of it already. Yeah, brilliant. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. And if you liked anything, press the old like button. It really does help. And subscribe. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss another video. There's a new join button, so you can join the membership. You get little icons. And I talk to the members a lot about plans, really, and what I'm thinking about stuff. And yeah, I think that's about everything. And I'll catch you guys later.